Yo, it's your boy AJ. I'm here with Rage. We're about to break down this game 2 preview. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. You're now tuning in to Nets Kingdom.
Nets Kingdom.
To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it. Niggas just can't take it.
Yeah, so we back, man. So coming off this game 1, there was a lot of talk. I want to play this Draymond Green clip because Draymond Green, shout out to Draymond Green. His podcast is really good. He talked about the Nets scheme in game 1, and just wanted to play that clip and see what he said.
James Harden hit threes. I did watch some of this game. I saw the Nets sending a double team at Joel Embiid no matter where he caught the ball. And the 76ers combated that by hitting 21 threes. And that's what you'd hope when they're sending a double team at Embiid every play, because that is what they're going to do. They're going to double Embiid. They don't want him to beat them. They're going to make other guys hit shots. Those guys hit shots today. We'll have to see if they can do that for the rest of the series, if Jacque will stick with his game plan or he'll change it. Me personally, I think you got to keep making those guys hit shots, because one thing, Joel going to score. So.
Yeah, bro. So what do you think? What do you think about Draymond's comments? About he's kind of locking in, saying him personally, he thinks Jacque Vaughn should stay with this double team scheme that we saw in game 1.
Well, I kind of agree with it, because it's
Mhm.
like, but it's like, I think we should go into the next game doing the same, because like, who knows, like if the 76ers role players continue to just make everything. But if it's not working and you're going into halftime, you got to switch it up. Like if it's not working and they're hitting everything, you have to switch it up. But I think it's a good idea, because it's like, I don't know how reliable the 76ers role players will be throughout the series. Like obviously we got one game in, but any team can have one game of really good shooting. I mean, it happens all the time with anyone. But I personally thought we did a solid job on Embiid. Obviously he's going to get his because he's Joel Embiid. But like I thought we did an overall good job on him. It's just like the role players. I mean, like James Harden shot 7 of 13 from the 3. I mean, they shot 48.8% on 43 attempts.
Yeah.
And when we get into the in our side of the ball, like we had 29 threes.
Yeah.
And we had 19 turnovers and they had 8. Okay, and the thing was, when we were setting doubles on Embiid, I mean, like they were able to get their shots to go, and they weren't turning the ball over.
Yeah. I think the Nets, outside of the bad turnovers and outside of us kind of falling apart in that fourth quarter, we kind of shot decently. We kind of shot decently. I'm not saying like it was
44.8 from 3. Like we shot well as a team, but when you look at this, right? They shot around like the same from, like, we shot 55.7% from the field. They shot 47.2, but they took 89 shots and we took 70. And we had 19 turnovers, like I said, and they had 8. And we shot 44.8 from 3, and they shot 48.8. And they shot 14 more threes than we did.
Yeah. Yeah, personally, like I said, the double thing, it's like it just looked too scrambled. And a lot of people hit me on Twitter. Some Philly fans hit me on Twitter, and they said that it's more effective of doing the opposite. And Chubbs, shout out to Chubbs, he talked about this with us, like doing the opposite of letting Embiid cook and then try to shut off all the other guys. Because a Philly fan, I remember he tweeted out, he replied to me and was like, yo, that way, if you let Embiid cook, it messes up everybody's rhythm, because Embiid kind of tends to ball hog and he'll take a whole bunch of jump shots and layups, and those guys won't get going because he's not going to be passing it out.
And I think that's a good idea, but like I said, it's like overall, it's like if the 76ers players aren't like making their shots, I think you should stick to what's working. But if, like I said, if you go into next series and you do the same and you go with the same approach and the 76ers are making shots, go to a different look.
Mm.
or switch it up. Sometimes send looks, sometimes let them cook. Sometimes like just switch it up, but like don't go to the same thing the whole game if it isn't working. You know?
Yeah. And I want to point something out with these doubles. Like I'm putting these doubles on the screen. When the rotation's got to be a lot better. Like it's got to be quick rotations when you double Embiid. Some of these guys that we have are making very late. Like you're gonna double Embiid and very like these guys are slowly rotating over. Like Tyrese Maxey's like wide open here, and they're slowly rotating over. You just got to be very very quick. Because when I did the preview and I played Miami Heat clip of their doubles, first of all they played more of a matchup zone, and they would only double Embiid when he takes a dribble or when he turns and face. We're just doubling Embiid whenever, like anything. They doubled Embiid. They kind of were precise with it when he turns and faces, when he takes a dribble, when he's about to shoot. Very precise with their doubles and in certain spots on the floor. So it wasn't just random. Like we were doing some random doubles, like leaving guys wide open on the corner threes, like wide open on a wing. And I see like DFS coming from like the other side. Like I'm like, no, it gotta be the worst shooter on the court is who doubles. And I see how Mikal doubles there. It's just like Joel Embiid's not a 3-point shooter. You know, it's like you don't gotta double Joel Embiid at the 3-point line. You know, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He can shoot threes, but he's not shooting threes like that, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, like yeah, they were making their shots, but a lot of them were wide open.
Yeah.
A lot of their shots, and it's like the thing is, it's like these guys are NBA players. It's like they're gonna make their shots if they're wide open. Like obviously, sometimes you're gonna have a bad game, but they're wide open, and the rotations were bad. It's like if that continues and everyone's slow, you either have to enforce them to haul their ass more, or you go to a different look because it isn't working. And I think that's a good idea. I think you can try anything because it was like we did a good job of shutting off Embiid, but
he's still had 26.
Yeah, that was that. It started like getting towards the end though. Like when we went in the first half, I think we did pretty well. I mean, he also had seven. He also made 7 shots, but he got 11 free throws. Like
he had 10 points going into the first half, to the half. I think.
Yeah, he would.
10 or 11.
And Jacque Vaughn was right though. Like he was traveling his ass off, but it's still like you still like. That still wasn't the main reason we lost. Like it was a combination of a lot of things, and effort also played a part in it because like a lot of the switching isn't skill, it's simply effort, and we got out hustled on the rebounds too. We out hustled on the rebounds too. We had 5 offensive rebounds, they had 14, and we got out rebounded by 3, but like it didn't seem like that at all.
Yeah. And I was watching an interview by Jacque Vaughn, and he was talking about, oh, well, it's the ones that are game plan, the shots that we leave open are game plan, those are okay. But it's the, like you were talking about, the offensive rebounds that we got killed on the offensive boards. And those are the ones that, because we were making good defensive stops in this first half, good defensive stops. But we would kill those possessions with letting PJ run up and under us and get a rebound. Like,
yeah, we got out hustled bad. Like, and the thing is, it's like the overall rebound battle doesn't matter if like you get out rebounded by 9.
So you're saying we keep the same scheme we did before and just not protect the offensive glass and see what happens?
I think you go into the next game and you see what happens because like it was like if you. I think they're going into the game with these guys aren't going to hit every shot again, and I think a lot of us.
You think Jacque's going to keep the same thing?
I think Jacque will, but I think if it isn't working, like I think you should try and go to something else. Like it's just like how it is in life. If something isn't working, you're not going to continue to go for it the rest of your life. Like you want to switch stuff up. If their role players are making shots and Embiid has 6 points. Try and stop the role players. And if Embiid gets his, but like, you just got to live with it.
He's going to get his regardless, basically.
He still had 27 when we were doubling.
Yeah, he's going to get his regardless. He still has the foul line and he still has, those bunnies, if you're not
even when you throw doubles at him, he can flail his arms and use his strength. And we're going to end up following him because he's huge and he's way stronger than everyone else we have on the court. He is way stronger than everyone else we have on the court. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah. Me personally, I think we should just change it right from the beginning. But like, I like your option too. That's another option. So either way, if we change it the strategy right from the beginning and try another thing, maybe the matchup zone, or maybe double him in certain spots and double like switch up the coverages first. Or you could do what you were doing first game and just protect your offensive rebound, protect the glass, stop turning the ball over, and try it that way. See what happens in the first half, and then maybe adjust from that. So either way, I'm cool. But so let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments, what do you guys think about the strategy for next game? How should Jacque Vaughn scheme? Should he keep this scheme from game one, or should he adjust and change the scheme in game two?
And it's interesting too, because it was like a lot of the things. So it was like we talked about the rotations. If our rotations are on point when we double, a lot of those open threes wouldn't have occurred. Like obviously, like Jacque Vaughn did say, like yeah, it was kind of in the game plan, like some of those threes. But it was
PJ
like,
Tucker and all those guys.
but that's like PJ Tucker. Like I'm okay with him hitting like what he made 2 threes that whole game.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with that. But it's when Tobias Harris is wide open. It's when Tyrese Maxey is wide open. It's when James Harden is wide open. It's when Niang is wide open. That's my problem. You can't let go those guys get wide open. And with the rotations, because like if you're and the thing was, the 76ers honestly didn't even start off that well in terms of shooting the ball. They didn't start that well.
Yeah.
And then they start getting more shots, more wide open shots. And the thing is, it's like if you double and you can get your rotations well, that's just what you want. And you can't get out hustled on the little things. Like it's just, I mean, PJ Tucker out hustling every single person. I mean, that's unacceptable.
Yeah. The two guys, I'll say this and then we'll wrap this up. The two guys I think that's got to be better next game is Claxton. I mean, I know he had 10 rebounds, but you got to give us more than 5 points. You got to give us at least 12 points. You got to start attacking Embiid. Get him in foul trouble. If you get him in foul trouble, then things change for us. That helps us. So we need you, bro. We know you got handle. Create off the dribble. Jacque Vaughn, do your fake DHO play that you usually do for Claxton. He'll act like he'll set a screen or dribble handoff for Mikal, but he'll fake and drive on Embiid. He's got the speed. And you can get him in foul trouble. Get us to the foul line and get buckets, because we're gonna need you. And then the second guy is Spencer. We need Spencer to be better. Those are the two guys. Like Spencer's got to, first of all, give us a lot more assists than he gave us. Double digit. We need double digit assists. Get your assist off first. Get your 10 to 12 assists, and then start attacking. Or doing what you do in certain spots. I mean, we don't need you to drop 20, but if Mikal and CJ play the same way they did in game one, we need you to take care of the ball first and facilitate, put these guys in their spots, because
and
it
make
kind
sure
of
you throw to our players and not the backboard.
Yeah, the lob city we were doing, that gotta, you go on that Twitter, because it's not us saying that Spencer's lobs was crazy.
It's not just us. I swear it's not.
I know certain people are gonna comment and be like, "Oh, Spencer's lobs were okay." No, go on Twitter, you'll see they exposed him with his lobs. They were really bad, and we know Spencer's better than that. We know he can do better than that. But
and one thing I want to on the offensive end, it's like we shot well, but we still we can't have the turnovers, because you had 19 turnovers and they had 8, so we doubled their turnovers and then some. You have to turn those possessions into you have to stop with those turnovers, and you have to be able to get shots up. And with the offense, it's you have to have everyone. You gotta find ways to get open. With Mikal Bridges on offensive end, really, it was just Mikal Bridges and it was Cam Johnson, and other than that, it was they were shooting well and the limited touches they got, but it was there wasn't a lot of shooting. Bridges had 18 shot attempts, Johnson had 9, Dinwiddie had 12, and then Finney-Smith had 3, Claxton had 4. Royce O'Neal had 5, went 0 for 3 from 3. Joe Harris had 3 attempts. As a 3-point shooter, he went 1 of 3. Utah had 2. Day'Ron had 3. Seth Curry had 5. And that's it. You have to be able to take care of the ball, and you got to be able to make the shots too, because it was we shot well, but the thing was we turned the ball over and weren't able to get up as many shots as they were.
Yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at NetsKingdom1. All our Twitters are scrolling at the bottom. Follow us on Twitter. TikTok, we're just going crazy on TikTok. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, and that's Kingdom _ SoundCloud, that's Kingdom Radio, and also check out our website, netskingdom.net. Type that in. All articles, you'll find all our links on there too. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back. Hopefully tomorrow we get this W. It's Nets Nation, it's Nets Kingdom. We go hard.